Cheating wife invites her lover home into my brutal trap. Reddit cheating stories. I always thought betrayal was something that happened to other people. You hear about it in movies, gossip, or late night Reddit threads, but you never imagine the person you love most could be capable of destroying you like that. For 12 years, I built my marriage with trust, loyalty, and love. I sacrificed, I endured, and I worked hard to give us a good life. And yet, nothing prepared me for the night my wife walked straight into the trap I had set for her, with the man she was cheating on me with. It all began with small cracks, late night, work calls, a sudden obsession with her phone, and a distance in her eyes whenever I tried to connect. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe I was just being paranoid. But then came the undeniable signs. The perfume that wasn't hers, the text she quickly deleted, the way she dressed up to go grocery shopping. My heart broke, but my mind sharpened. I knew I couldn't confront her without proof. She would twist it, gaslight me, make me feel insane. So I did what any man betrayed to his core would do. I prepared. I turned my home into a stage. Cameras hidden in the corners, audio devices concealed in ordinary objects, and every detail planned down to the minute. I didn't just want to catch her in the act, I wanted her to feel the weight of the betrayal she had tried to bury in lies. One evening, I told her I had to go on a last-minute work trip. She smiled, too quickly, too easily, and kissed me goodbye at the door. My heart sank, but I forced a smile. I drove a few blocks away, parked my car, and returned on foot through the back. My trap was ready. It wasn't long before I heard the sound of laughter. My wife's laughter, except it wasn't the warm, genuine laugh she once shared with me. It was hollow, flirtatious, a sound that cut deeper than any knife. Moments later, the door opened, and in walked her lover. A man I had never seen before, carrying a bottle of wine and wearing a smirk like he owned the place. I stayed hidden in the shadows, recording everything. They sat on the couch, whispering sweet nothings that once belonged to me. She poured him wine in my favorite glass. He touched her like I used to, and she leaned into him without hesitation. That was the moment my heartbreak turned into fire. I stepped out of the shadows. Enjoying yourselves. The glass slipped from her hand, shattering against the floor. Her face drained of color. The man froze, caught like a thief in the night. And that's exactly what he was, stealing the woman who vowed to be mine. You think you can bring him here? Into my house. Into the home I built with my blood and sweat. My voice shook, not with weakness, but with rage held back too long. Her lover stammered, "Man, I didn't know." "Shut up," I snapped, my eyes locked on him. "You knew. You both knew." Then I revealed the trap. One by one, I pointed to the cameras. Every word, every touch, every lie, it's all recorded. The world will see exactly what you two are. My wife's knees buckled. "Please, don't do this," she whispered. "We can talk. Talk. You threw that away when you brought him here. When you disrespected me in my own home. No, there's no talking. There's only truth now." The lover tried to stand his ground, puffing up his chest. "Look, man, you've got your proof. Just let me leave." I shook my head slowly. "You don't get to walk away clean. You walked into my home willingly. Now you face the consequences." That's when I revealed the final part of my trap, not violence, but humiliation. The cameras weren't just recording, they were streaming live to a private channel. My closest friends, her family, even her boss had the link. By the time she realized it, it was too late. The betrayal she thought she could hide was now exposed in the harshest light possible. She screamed, begged, tried to cover her face, but the damage was done. Her lover fled, abandoning her without a second glance. And there she was, alone, broken, the weight of her choices crashing down. I didn't lay a hand on her. I didn't need to. The truth was the most brutal weapon of all. In the weeks that followed, the fallout was catastrophic. Her family disowned her. Her friends turned their backs. She lost her job when her boss saw the kind of person she really was. And me. I filed for divorce, walked away with my dignity, and began rebuilding the life she tried to burn to the ground. But here's the twist. Despite the rage, despite the betrayal, despite the satisfaction of my trap, I realized revenge wasn't the true victory. The real victory was freeing myself. I had spent years chained to someone who didn't value me, who saw my love as weakness. Now, I was free to live authentically, to surround myself with people who truly respected loyalty. Sometimes, the most brutal traps aren't about punishment. They're about truth. And the truth, no matter how painful, is always the beginning of freedom. So if you're listening to this and you've been betrayed, remember this. You don't have to destroy yourself to hold on to someone who doesn't deserve you. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is let the trap close, walk away, and reclaim your life. Because the one who betrays never wins. They only end up trapped by their own lies.